Welcome to Creative Tien channel. Today I'm going to make a hexagon pillow, and I will do 2 different colors. I will use my LK150 knitting machine. The yarn is Karen Colorama Halo, perfect facing. That's a color changing yarn, but because the project is kind of small, so you don't really see obvious color changing. And I'm going to have 2 different colors, one on each side. The project is very simple. We did a smaller version before for the hexagon. And if you make a lot of this, you can sew them together to become a blanket. But today we just make a bigger one. And you can pick your color and how big you want it. And I'm going to need some plain knitting along the sides, so you will become a thicker throw pillow. For this hexagon, I cast on 30 stitches and then start decreasing on one side until it becomes 1 stitch, and then hand it back to machine for 30 stitches, and then repeat that again, decrease from one side until 1 stitch left. And we do it 6 times total, so we get the hexagon. And we'll just sew up the seam at the end. I'm going to cast on 30 stitches, so I will start with the 30 stitch on the right side of 0. And the reason I start from the right side is because after I finish the decreasing, I can just pull out the fabric and then hand it back on the left side. And I prefer the E-rub cast on. And the row counter back to the 0, 0, 0. All the settings are the same as stockinette stitch, and I have the highest tension, tension 9. Now we'll knit our first row. And hand some weight. Now we will start to decrease from the right side. I use a 3-prong tool. You can use 2-prong if you prefer. And just transfer 1 stitch to the left. So the 3rd stitch has 2 stitches on it. Now 1 stitch is decreased. And I will move the 1st stitch to the A position so you will not knit. Now we are ready to knit the next row. And we will keep repeating that from the right side. Use a 3-prong tool. Move 1 stitch over. And the empty needle go back to A non-working position. And then knit 1 row. And we'll just keep repeating, reduce 1 stitch. And then knit 1 row until the end. Now we only have 3 stitches left. I will transfer 2 stitches to the left and knit 1 row. Now I only have 2 stitches. I will transfer the last stitch and knit. Now I only have 1 stitch left. I'm going to pick up the stitches on this edge and still with the back side facing me. And we can look at the number 30. That's the last stitch. We are going to have total of 30 stitches. Now I'll hand back all the stitch one by one. That's after handing. We'll push it back and hand some weight. And we will continue the reducing from the right side, just like before. First, we'll need one row. And we'll start reducing. The last few stitches, transfer 2 stitches to the left, knit. Now transfer 1 more stitch to the left and knit. Now we will take this stitch off the knitting machine and move it to the right side. And we'll move the carriage to the right side too. And I like to hand it back to the right 30 stitch here. So we're back to the beginning. So that's the 30 stitches we will pick up. So we'll just keep continuing. So far we have 2 triangles. And we just repeat 6 times and we will have 6 triangles. Now I finished the front and back pieces. I want to give it some thickness. So I'm just going to need a long rectangle piece so I can sew it in between the 2 pieces. And it depends on how thick you want. You can change the cast on number. I think it will be around 10 to 12 stitches. I pick a different color because this is more neutral to go between the 2 different colors. I'll cast on 10 stitches. I will just need simple stockinette stitches. And I'll try to reduce tension a little bit, make it number 8. After sewing up, we leave an opening. We can stuff it with some leftover yarns, or if you have pillow insert, or just cotton or polyester for the pillow insert, you can put them in and sew up the last opening. So that's my hexagon throw pillow with 2 colors. I hope you enjoy this video and happy knitting.